Joe Palacios is once again turning heads in the bodybuilding world after showing impressive off-season progress in a recent physique update. The rising men's open competitor displayed noticeable increases in muscularity throughout his delts, arms, and legs, immediately sparking discussion among fans about how dangerous he could become once he starts contest prep again. While many bodybuilders struggle to make dramatic improvements during the off-season, Palacios appears to be taking full advantage of his growth phase. The latest footage showcased a physique that looks significantly thicker and more mature compared to previous appearances, especially in the upper body where his shoulder caps and arm density stood out instantly. One of the biggest changes fans noticed was the development of his delts. Joe Palacios already possessed naturally wide shoulders, but the added roundness and 3D appearance now make his upper frame look much more dominant. The added triceps thickness especially gives his side profile a far more powerful look, while his biceps now blend better with the overall size of his upper torso. Combined with improved shoulder development, the extra arm size creates a more complete open-class appearance. However, perhaps the most important improvement came in his legs. For many athletes transitioning toward elite open bodybuilding, lower body development often becomes the deciding factor between being competitive and becoming a true threat. In Palacios' latest update, his quads looked noticeably thicker with improved sweep and separation even in off-season condition. Fans also pointed out that his legs now appear to match his upper body far better than in previous updates. The progress reflects a larger trend currently happening in modern bodybuilding, where athletes are pushing aggressive growth phases to compete with the increasingly massive physiques seen at the top of the sport. Recent discussions around off-season size have become common among elite competitors, especially as athletes aim to add as much muscle as possible before refining their conditioning closer to competition season. Joe Palacios has clearly embraced that mentality. Over the past few years, Palacios has transformed from a more aesthetic-style physique into a much larger and denser competitor capable of standing alongside bigger names in the open division. Reports discussing his overall evolution described his physique transformation as extreme, with significant increases in overall mass and muscle thickness since earlier stages of his career. What makes his current progress especially interesting is that the added size does not appear to be coming at the expense of structure. Despite the heavier off-season body weight, Palacios still maintains impressive proportions and a powerful frame that could translate very well once he begins cutting down for competition. Fans online reacted strongly to the latest update, with many praising the maturity of the physique and the improvements in overall balance. Some believe his latest growth phase could position him as one of the breakout names to watch if he brings the condition necessary to match his size. The men's open division continues to evolve rapidly, with competitors getting larger every season while still trying to maintain shape and conditioning. As a result, successful off-seasons are becoming more important than ever. Building new muscle tissue, improving weak points, and increasing overall density during these phases can completely change an athlete's career trajectory. For Joe Palacios, the latest physique update suggests that the hard work is paying off. His increased muscularity in the delts, arms, and legs gives the impression of a bodybuilder beginning to grow into a truly dangerous open physique. If he can maintain symmetry while continuing to refine conditioning and presentation, there is a strong possibility that Palacios could emerge as a serious contender in upcoming competitions. At this stage, the improvements are impossible to ignore. The added size, thicker muscle bellies, and more mature look all point toward an athlete fully committed to pushing his physique to the next level. And if this off-season progress is any indication, Joe Palacios may only be getting started.